Good afternoon. Please give your attention to my associate, Agent J. Keep it simple, Sled.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Agent K.
I will say that free game women, like when you're in a relationship, when you're going out with your man, be mindful of what you wear. Be mindful of what you do, because you also don't want to put your man in any predicament that can cause him harm or that can sour the night, right? Because if I know I am a baddie and I know I got, ass for days or whatever, titties and all this stuff, like I might want to not dress in a certain way that's going to get too much of the male gaze, because some men are outlandish and rude out here. Like, they will step to you even if you with your man. They will try to touch on you or try to show up your man or whatever the case may be. And essentially you're putting your man in a position where he has to now defend you, because you also don't want to be with a punk nigga that's not going to say nothing, right? That's not going to do nothing, right? Because now you don't feel protected, right? But you're putting him in a position that can unalive him, essentially, because people don't fight nowadays. Facts. So
one of the most crucial duties as a man is to protect your woman and your family. Protecting your woman entails drawing boundaries and telling her what to do to avoid dangerous scenarios. For instance, you go out with your woman and she dresses provocatively, where she's showing her titties and her ass, wearing stuff that advertises herself to other men and attracts other men. She's putting you in danger, and now you'd have to actually physically protect her. There are men who are going to step to her and where you have to engage. Some of these women do it deliberately. They don't like you, they really don't care about you, and you're looking for the next man. If you're with such kind of women, you should rethink your choices. If you're with her and she's still advertising, she doesn't want to be with you. It's not even about protecting your life, it's about being smart. She doesn't want to be with you, exit. But now let's go to her putting your life at risk. If she's dressing like that, you're going out and she has her tits out, like low cleavage, ass out, and you tell her, no, that's not right. I don't feel comfortable with you dressing like that. Please change. And she fights you on that. Don't go out with her and change her. Pick another woman, because you're going to risk your life. And when you're dead or in jail, she's going to move on to the next man, as they always do.
Don't talk to the girls who look like they are only interested in money. Don't talk to the girls who have no jobs but very expensive Hermes bags and photos on first-class flights and private jets. Don't speak to those girls. No, talk to a nice, normal girl. And if you are a nice, normal man underneath it all, you'll find a girl who truly likes you or truly loves you.
Don't ever get into a girl whose parents are separated and are alive. It's going to be a very big mistake. Abandon her totally and look for somebody else.
Facts. That man is right. If her family is broken, her mom and dad aren't together by choice, as he said, if they're still alive, it's not by death, it's by choice. She is used to a broken home. That's all she knows. And unlike men whom have to make themselves from scratch and go through adversity, they have no incentive to. So they do not change much about themselves until menopause. So she stays in that mindset she learned from her childhood.
Are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
They need
emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distanced yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
We all know Dr. Umar be saying some nonsense most of the time. That's fine, it's fair enough. He does. We can forgive him, but sometimes he drops some gems, just like this one. They're only promiscuous because they're not okay in themselves. Both men and women. More so the women, obviously, because they have the propensity to do that more. But regardless of sex or gender, that is the case. They are not okay inside, so they try and medicate with sex and get validation and all of that from. If she has a past of sleeping around, she has a future of sleeping around.
See, real dudes, thorough dudes, high value men scare the shit out of imposter women. That's why so many modern women
I'm a PhD.
hate this broadcast because it's shining a big light and saying, you ain't all that. You got a PhD, you got a master's, you got a bachelor's or whatever, but your mindset is still girlfriend at best. Versus the women who don't necessarily have all that bachelor's, master's, the women who prioritize relationship, those very women who laugh at those women who ain't out here achieving what they are, those are the women that get married and go off and live a life, and they're like, well, he married a secretary or this or that. No, he married a woman that was prepared. She was prepared and she continued preparing.
Things of value are scarce. Not everyone can get them, and they are hard to find. If you're not losing tail, if you're not losing box, if you're not losing cat, then you're doing something wrong. I'm not talking about you making the mistake where they don't want you, but where you're like, oh, nah, not this one. Or, she wants me, but hell no, I don't want this one. If that's not the case, you're doing something wrong. You can't be like, most of them have issues, and if you're getting with everyone you meet, you have issues as well. If you're a proper person, you have your ducks in a row, you would scare off the shitty people. You would attract shitty people, because just as anybody else, shitty people also want good people. The good people want good people. The intermediate ones want good people, and the shitty ones also want good people. But the shitty ones and the intermediate need it more so you're gonna attract a lot of them. But if they're hanging around you, if they're not scared off, then you're just like them.
Women are more sneaky, women are more conniving than men, because men are creatures of habit, so we can't really be sneaky. It's too easy to detect what a man does because he's a creature in his pattern of behavior. Women are more snake-like. They play like they ain't hoes, but they are hoes. They play like they don't want to be hoes, but they got a hoe nature. Most women try to suppress the hoe nature and sneak and do it. The man can't suppress his nature. That's why when some fine walk by, as hard as he try not to look, he can't suppress his nature. So most women worry about a nigga with what he doing with his dick, but they're not worried about being better women. They're going through his phone, but they're not researching no goals.
Right.
They don't have any aspirations other than where you been, what you doing.
Right.
Well, why ain't no pictures hung up on the wall? Why you ain't done nothing in this house? Why you ain't advanced our lives? Why you so worried? So that's the biggest problem that people have in relationship, worrying about dick and pussy. We never create no business concepts. We be in relationship 5-6 years and never write down one business plan, but we going through each other's social media platform, and that's a lot to do.
Right.
Why didn't you marry your child's father?
Why didn't I marry my daughter's father? Because I didn't want to, and that was not the path that I took for a reason.
I'm asking why.
I just didn't want to. He wasn't marriage material. That wasn't
But he
where
was
we were
birth
at.
material.
Yeah, he was someone that I did have a child with.
No, man.
And that's okay.
See, I want you to,
as
the reason
a
I'm doing
man,
this,
y'all
man,
can't
the
have
reason I'm
it.
doing this is I want you to understand these women are so much character driven, and I want you to listen to the answers. Get over my tone, listen to the intent. These character-driven women, I asked you a question. She's not being direct. It's not something I wanted to do. Then why did you make a baby with it?
I wanted to. Why did you make a
Exactly.
baby with who you wanted to make?
And there we go. There we go. There we go. When they start answering questions with questions, they're triggered and deflecting. This is all it is.
If she has kids in tow, she has to go.
Face tattoos is a great warning of just massive levels of mental instability. I actually think people can look good with tattoos. I'm not really anti-tattoo, but the science is in. It's like lots of tattoos is almost always high anxiety, which is comorbid with depression. People's actions leave clues to their inner mind. And since I read that science 5 years ago, you find someone with a whole bunch of tattoos, you dig in and their anxiety levels 1 to 100 is almost always 80, 90, or 100.
Interesting.
Yeah, body modification is very correlated with depression too. So it's not just cutting, lots of piercings, lots of things.
I've never met a woman with a lot of tattoos, or even some that wasn't a 3 or 4. Never ever. If she has some and piercings more than the one on the earlobe, yeah, that's a hoe.
But don't let one person's actions sour you for other people who might appreciate you. Remember what I said. I never believe a woman when she says that she loves me. Never. I believe a woman when she says she appreciates me and respects me, and they show that through their actions. A woman won't say, I respect you. Very few will. And it's almost become like a meme and joking with this channel. You know, I respect you, that kind of thing. I get that. I love this picture here. From this article, it says, by Jana Hocking, the insane reason why all of these hot, successful women are still single. She has a huge amount of friends who are catches, yet still single. She says it's because they've set standards for men that are too high. Maybe Mr. Right is trying to herd sheep into a shearing shed, she said. Yeah, okay. As a picture of some attractive women that look like the women that I've dated, and I can verify this to be true. You know why they are single? They're all past their prime. They're all boss girls in their career. They will serve a man in their career, but never in a home. They're basically hoes. Every couple of years they have a new guy. And they're demanding. The educational system, culture, older women need to stop lying to younger women. Men are success objects. Women are beauty objects.
YouTube and content creator Sophia says she got a Christian BBL. Can someone tell me what a Christian BBL is? I'm genuinely confused. What is a Christian BBL? One thing I am tired of is when people always try to include Jesus in their own personal decisions that have nothing to do with him. There is nothing in the Bible that refers to a Brazilian butt lift. So how you gonna say you got a Christian BBL? Just say you got your Brazilian butt lift. Ain't nothing Christian about it. Like, that's the decision that you're supposed to make for yourself. Why are we adding labels such as Christian to things that don't pertain to it? Like, that makes no sense. I did this in the name of Jesus. I did this because I'm a Christian. No, y'all need to stop. Okay, this has nothing to do with him. If you, at the end of the day, want to get a BBL for your own personal reasons because it makes you feel better about yourself and you want to boost or improve your confidence, then that's on you at the end of the day. But y'all gotta stop adding on to the word like this, because coming online, this internet, and saying you got a Christian BBL, child, that's crazy.
Her mindset is what will raise your kids. Her beauty would never raise your kids. Her character is the character your kids would adopt, as is yours. But her beauty is not what type of character they would adopt. Alright, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. Please share this video if you enjoyed it so other people can see it. And until next time, thank you for watching. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.